All right. What's up, guys? How's everybody doing this evening? Welcome in, welcome in. Happy Friday, happy weekend. What's the good word, everybody? We're about to play Merchant of Venus, the classic game. This is the second edition, but we're using the classic rules. This is kind of the quintessential pick up and deliver game. We are these four space merchants right here. We're going to explore the galaxy, figure out where all the civilizations live, buy things from them, sell things to them. We each start with $80. The first person to get some amount of money wins. I believe it's hold on. Yeah, $2,000. Hold on. Blah 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 blah. I actually don't remember if it's 2,000 or 3,000. Is the standard game. So hold on, let me double check. What's going on out there with y'all tonight? Object of the game. The object of the game is to be the first player to reach a total net worth of $2,000. So we'll probably play to 3,000. Yeah, let's just say we're going to play to $3,000. So we each start with $80. First person to hit $3,000 on their turn wins. And that's just it. So the object of the game is to buy goods and sell goods at a profit. The flow of the game is pretty simple, so we'll just talk about a couple of rules things real quick, and then we'll just get into it, basically. Each of us starts with a scout ship. You can upgrade your ship to 3 other ones later. It's got 2 cargo bays in it, and it rolls 3 dice for movement. So if I rolled this, I would be able to move 9 spaces. Each one of these little pips is a space. When you hit one of these spaces, boink, then you have to choose one of your dice that you rolled and use it as your navigation die, and the number that you choose spits you out a certain direction from these spaces. Oh boy. You can get like faster drives and shields and stuff. We'll talk about all that as it comes up. Basically, faster drives let you skip certain certain color spaces as you're moving around the board. There are also hazard spaces that look like this. When you land on one of those, like let's say I was coming this way and I landed there, right? It says 10 on it. I would either have to pay $10 to keep moving, or I could stop there and end my movement there and not have to pay the $10, but I would have to move again later. On my next turn, basically. That is the gist of what we need to get going, basically. There are also these things that have like events on the bottom of them, basically. A lot of them are just more hazard spaces, but there are also like items you can pick up and stuff like that. When you enter into the orbital space, when you enter into a one of these green spaces of a system, you can pause your movement and look at this card to see who lives there, and then decide whether you want to keep moving or land there. Yeah, and we'll talk about the how the actually buying and selling works once we get to that part, but we're just going to start now. This is the turn order over here. So we've got the Eep Eeps up first. They're robots. There's flavor text on the cards as we find them, and we'll certainly read it. So they're the red guys. Before you roll your dice, you choose which way you're going to go. So currently, we can choose this way, or this way. And the EPEEP is going to choose this way. So we rolled very poorly. So 1, 2, 3, 4. They're sad about it. But that's all they can do. Welcome in. How are you doing tonight? Just getting into some Merchant of Venus here. So, you have any questions, feel free to let me know. Anyone ever played this before? This is one of my absolute favorite games. I love this game. And it's really, I really like playing it four-handed solo also, just because it's, the turn-to-turn decisions are quick. You don't have to like super crunch on any given like long-term strategy or anything. You can just sort of zip around the board, buy stuff, sell stuff. All right, so Red really wanted to get here on their turn. They needed to roll 2 more to land there. So they're actually quite sad about rolling almost the worst you could roll. So now Orange is going to go, the Kossuth player. And they've got a choice. They can try to sneak in here and take this from Red, or they can come over here to the colony world. I think they're going to be a jerk and come up here where Red was going. They rolled significantly more than 4. So we've got, what is that? 13? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They can look at this. The Graw live there. So that's civilization number 3. And I mean, they'll stop. So when you stop there, if this card is still face down, you get to take this card and you make first contact with whatever civilization is there. We're going to read a little bit of flavor text here. These degenerate fish-like creatures are all that remain of the once proud race that once ruled over the entire galaxy. Once highly advanced, they are now just primitive, superstitious brutes who worship their former students, the Kossuth. That's funny, because the Orange player is a Kossuth. So he shows up, and these guys are like, oh my gosh, we're so excited. So you get to take this card, and it gives you $90 in free money to buy stuff from them, basically. So we're also going to populate the board with the Graw stuff. So we put this little thing here, which that's their civilization number, and that's their civilization symbol. The little stone axe means they're primitive civilization, so they do not sell any special tech like shields or better engines or anything like that. And we're going to put their goods onto the board. So civilization, generally the number of the civilization, they sell to the next 4 numbered civilizations in numerical order. So the Graw, number 3, sell to number 4, 5, 6, and 7. And these goods, they make glorious junk. They cost $30 each, and when you sell them for $80 each. So a profit of $50 for each one of these that you buy and sell. Each civilization also has a factory and a factory good. The factory good is just a better profit margin version of whatever they sell. And to buy the factory good, someone has to have bought the factory, right? So I could spend $200 to buy this factory. And then every factory and space station you buy also counts towards your victory money total, because we're each trying to get $3,000, right? So this is like assets that count towards that. It also lets you buy the factory good once someone builds this. Whenever someone buys the factory good, whoever owns the factory gets half of the cost of that factory good. He does not have enough money to do that, so, but he does have, so normally after you move, you have your economy phase. If it's the turn you land in a place, you can buy one thing and you can sell one thing. If you want to buy more than one thing or sell more than one thing, you have to stay there and do it next turn. Basically, you make some local contacts. The exception to that is If you're on a space station, which there are none of on the board currently, but you can build them, or if you have first contact money, anything you buy that is fully covered by this amount of money doesn't count towards that purchase one thing. So their goods cost $30 each. So he's got 90 free dollars. He's going to throw this away and get 2 of these. I mean, he loses $30 worth of free money, but they don't sell anything else, and he's not going to have enough money to build the factory and buy the factory good anytime soon. So he's just going to do this. He fills up his 2 cargo bays, and that's his turn. All right, onward to the Wynoth player. They're going to come. They're going to come this way. And they rolled a 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It costs 2 movement points to land or take off across one of these green lines. They represent gravity wells. And here we've got the Dell. All right. So that makes the Kossuth player happy because they just bought goods number 3, and they can come down here and sell them because these guys are civilization number 5. So the Dell, the Dell are identified by their multiple eyes and tentacular mandibles. The Raster invasion brought financial ruin to the Dell, and they regressed to an industrial state. They seek to acquire valuables at little or no expense to themselves. All right, I mean, I can feel that. So, let's get the Dell stuff out here. We got the factory, we got their civilization thing, and they make finest dust, which is not really the one that you want to find first because you buy it for 10 and sell it for 50. So you can only buy 2 of these, so with your starting ship because you only have room for 2. They have this microchip symbol on them, which means they also sell yellow drives, and they sell transport and freighter ships. So the freighter ship is slow. It only rolls two dice, but it can hold up to 5 goods. It does cost $300 though, so he's definitely not going to be able to buy that. He could buy a yellow drive with his free $60 here. The trick is drives take up one of your cargo spaces. So when you only have 2, it's maybe not the best idea. So I think he's just going to hang out for a turn. He's going to save this $60 for later and maybe buy a better ship from these guys. But for now, he's just like next turn he's going to buy 2 of these for $20 so he doesn't waste that extra money, basically, if that makes sense. So now we've got the human player. People have already staked out this stuff pretty well, so he's going to go this way and try his luck in the nebula. The nebula is really hard to get in and out of because it's surrounded by these navigation spots, but it'll probably be fine. Alright, so he rolled a 10. He's going to choose a 1 as his navigation die, which spits him out this way. So 1, 2. Alright, so he found a jumpstart drive, which is a relic, I believe they're called. Let me check. Yeah, relic. The jumpstart drive, when a player with this relic starts the declare heading step of their movement phase, they choose a revealed telegate token. Okay. Blah, 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 blah. All right, so that lets you warp around the board conditionally. Alternately, you can sell it for $60. So if he stops here, he just gets a free $60. So he's going to do that. Not a bad first turn. Free $60. We put a little asteroid there to show that it is a space that something was. All right. So back to the Eep Eep player, and he is sad that this guy stole the free money that he wanted to get. So maybe he just tries to like come around over this way. Anyway, he's going to keep going the same way. Actually, he's going to come over to this. Well, 1, 2, 3. Yeah. He's going to keep going the way he was going. Alright, so he rolled a 13 this time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Alright, so that can get him all the way over here. So maybe he just says, forget y'all, and comes over here. I think that's what he's going to do. So he chooses the 5 as his navigation die, and he goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ooh, it cost him $30. It's a non-trivial amount of bucks. Because you only start with 80, so that sucks. But he's going to do it anyway. So he pays $30, comes all the way over here. And, oh, that one's a 40. So he's going to stop there because he doesn't want to pay 40 of his remaining $50. Welcome in, you guys. How's it going tonight? Happy Friday. Just getting into some Merchant of Venus here. All right, so the Kossuth player is going to go now. They've got glorious junk, and they can come down here and sell it. So that's what they're going to try to do. They rolled an 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Didn't quite make it. The Scout player forgoes movement and stays here to buy 2 finest dust for $20. The human player is going to keep going the same way they were going. They rolled a 14. So they come here for 1. They're going to look at this, and it's the Nihilus who... Alright, so he's definitely going to stop here. And make first contact with the Nihilus. These tranquil beings are masters of long-term cross-pollination. Young Nihilus sprouts are virtually mindless, but as they grow, they become highly intelligent thinkers. Ancient Nihilus can spend years immobile, meditating on the mysteries of life. Okay, so he gets a free $80. And we populate the board with the number 1 stuff for the Nihilus. Makers of bionic perfume. And most importantly for his purposes, they also have this DNA symbol here, which means... Let me get one of these here. Which means they sell shields. Shields are super nice because they let you ignore $20 worth of each hazard that you land on. So, getting shields for free is super nice. So, he's got $80. So he's going to spend this. He's going to spend 60 of this to buy a shield, which goes right here. So he's got 20 more free dollars. So he's going to spend that and $40 to buy this bionic perfume, leaving him $40. And that's the end of his turn. Get a bionic perfume here. Because he could come here and sell that, and then buy stuff here and sell it there. So that's kind of maybe his short-term plan. Do a little short loop there. The trick with that is, to successfully get out of here, you have to roll a 2 if you want to go this way. That's the trick with the Nebula. The Nebula is nasty to navigate in. All right, so back to the Scout player. They're going to keep going the same way they were going. They rolled a 10, so that's 1. They're going to look at this. It's the Shenna, number 7, maker of Melf pelts. All right, so that's 1. They've got 9 more movement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so that's a telegate. Telegates let you warp across the board, but they only start actually doing that once there's more than one discovered. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What'd he roll? 5, 2, 3. Yeah, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He's going to try his luck up here. Because these guys don't have any tech. He's really looking for like a free shield or something. He's on a little bit of a exploration jag here. All right, down to the Kossuth. They're going to continue on the way they were. They rolled a 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They land in here. And they've got 2 things to sell. So if they want to sell both of them, they need to hang out there and do it next turn. Because you can only buy one thing and sell one thing the turn that you land in a place. So, on to the Scout. The Scout bought some glorious junk, and he's ready to go... Or, sorry, some finest dust. And he's ready to go peddle some dust. So he's going to take off. He rolled an 11. You need a 2 specifically to get from here to here. So he failed to roll that. So 1, 2... 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. He's going to come down here and see who lives here. It's number 14. Sadly, number 14 does not buy finest dust, but he does have some information now. The human player is looking for 2... Oh, yeah, so he wants to come here specifically. So he's going to go this way and hope to roll... Ooh, actually. Oh, he got a shield. Yeah, he doesn't care that much. All right, so he's going to hope to roll a 2. He failed to roll a 2, so that's fine. So what are his options? With a 1, a 4, and a 6. He could come up here and just try his luck, which, you know. So you roll 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10. So he can't quite land there, which kind of makes that seem not the best. Ooh, actually, you know what? No, it's fine. Okay, so what's he gonna do? Well, he's only got 2 options, right? Because 1 and a 6 go back this way, and if you run into something and choose a navigation die that puts you back the way that you came, you just stop, right? So he can either come here and stop, or he can come up here. So he's going to go up there. I mean, why not, right? 1, 2. He ignores that because he's got a shield. 3, 4. Ooh, so he has to pay $20 for that one. He's just going to stop there because he doesn't want to pay $20, basically. Easy enough. So, the Eep Eep player rolled a 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 lets him look at this. Whoop. It is the Nils, or Nix, rather. And he's going to land there and make first contact with the Nix. Small in stature and gregarious in demeanor, the Nix are impish creatures who chatter endlessly on all manner of topics. While they prefer living in rustic tree villages, they are by no means simple and are uniquely attuned to the natural world. All right, great. Why not? So he's got $80 free with the Nix. Let's get their stuff out. And the Nix are the proud purveyors of living toys, which cost $20 and sell for $60. All right. They also sell shields, which he's very happy about. So he's going to hang out next turn, buy some shields, buy 2 living toys, and then he can sell the living toys down here because he already knows what is in here. So that's his plan. So the Kossuth player is going to forego movement. Welcome in, everybody. Happy Friday. Playing some Merchants of Venus here. Merchant of Venus. Always want to give that a plural, but it doesn't have one. How's everybody doing tonight? Philbo, what's the good word, man? Welcome in. Happy weekend. All right, so the Kossuth is going to sell these for 160, which he's happy about. Whoop, throwing money around here. Okay, so when you sell stuff, there's this bag here. The things that you sell go into the bag, and then you take that many things out of the bag. So we're taking 2 things out of the bag here. We got 2 demands. So demands mean a certain civilization wants a certain good. So these are both for civilization number 4, and they both want glorious junk. So the first person to sell glorious junk to these guys is going to get an extra $120, and then one of these is going to go away. And then if you sell another one, you're going to get an extra $60. So, like, going from here to here is a pretty big haul. But, I mean, that's a bunch of extra money. And these just go on the board over here. There are also in this bag, so sold goods go in this bag, and that's how stuff gets refilled on the board, if it gets bought out. But also, there are passengers in here, which I'm going to try to find an example of real quick. Somewhere? Okay, so passengers want to go from a certain place to a certain place. If you pick them up and drop them where you want them to go, where they want to go, they give you that much money, basically. It can be a space taxi. Okay, so now the Kossuth player, they're thinking of buying a ship, so they can buy a transport for 240. So it would be 210. Oh yeah, okay. So they're going to trade in their scout and get $30 and buy a transport, which is exactly the same, but it's got room for 3 cargo. So this costs $240. You get a $30 discount for selling your old ship, so it's going to cost him $210, which leaves him $30, which is precisely enough to buy 3 finest dusts and fill up his cargo holds, leaving him with no money, which is going to be bad if he runs into like a hazard space where he has to pay money, but whatever. All right, so the Wynom player, they looked at this, it was number 14, which is not relevant to them because they have to sell finest dust. So they're going to keep on moving. They're looking for number 6, 7, 8, or 9, basically. And they rolled a 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They did not roll enough to get anywhere useful. I forgot that this goes here also. So that's their turn. The scout player now. Sorry, the human player now. They have 1 bionic perfume in their cargo hold, right? Which they can sell to these guys. So I think they're going to try to come up there and do that. They're going to keep going the way they're going. They need a 4 specifically to get over here. So they rolled a 4, which is great for them. They rolled 10 total. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh, okay. They stop there, and they pick up this switch, which does something. It's also a free $50. So let's find out what the switch does. I mean, free money is always nice. A player with this relic may switch the speed die that they assigned to navigation with another of his rolled speed dice at any time during their turn. Okay, easy enough. Not the most useful, but again, it's a free $50. All right, the scout player. Right. The scout player, I keep saying scout, I mean Eep Eep player, the red player. They're going to use their 80 free Nix dollars to get a shield for 60. And then they're going to spend the other 20 on one living toy, and then spend 20 more dollars for another living toy. So it's going to cost them $20 total. All right. The Kossuth player. So they want to find 6, 7, 8, or 9 badly. So I guess they're going to try to explore down this way maybe. Since everyone else is kind of over on this side of the board. So they're going to take off. They rolled a 2, so they can get out over here. And they rolled a 12. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They found one of the guys they're looking for. 8, 9, 10, 11. Conveniently, they found the Yixlix. These asocial crab-like creatures are brilliant biochemists, capable of fusing machinery and organic materials in revolutionary ways. They are often avoided, due in no small part to their tendency to view other races as potential test subjects. All right. So, got the Yixlix here. Makers of Immortal Grease. All right, which costs 50, sells for 100. So, 50, 50, 50. Oh, yeah, okay. Onward to the Wynam player. So they're on a navigation space, which means you roll your dice and then choose one of them to be the direction you head, because you can't really choose a heading until you roll your dice, right? Well, they don't have much of a choice. They rolled the maximum amount, but they can only go this way. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ooh. 8, 9, 10, 11. So like they could pay $20 and just keep rolling. But wait. Yeah, okay, sorry. Thought I was looking at the wrong guy, but it wasn't. They could pay... Oh, they don't have a shield. So they pay $10 and then they stop there. Because they don't want to pay $40. And if I had noticed that they did not have a shield, maybe they wouldn't have come down this way. But what are you going to do? Alright, so onward to this human player. 1, 2, 3, 4. They need to roll a 4. They successfully didn't roll 3 ones. So 1, 2... they rolled an 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, okay, so they're going to look at this. That's a space station. When you land on a space station, you can buy and sell as much as you want that turn. So he's happy about that, because that saves him a turn, basically. So he's going to land there. He's going to sell these 2 finest dusts for $100. Two things into the bag, 2 things out of the bag. All right, so civilization number 8 has a demand for Melf pelts. And we've got an arms dealer who wants to go from this civilization to civilization number 14, which we haven't discovered yet. That gets him $100 for the human player. There it is. All right. I'm doing this all wrong because the Wynom had the two finest dusts, and I just grabbed them off the wrong guy's thing. So let me find those out of the bag real quick, and we'll fix this. We'll fix this in post, you know. Looking for finest dust. There's one. There's one. Okay. No one saw nothing. I keep getting the Wynom and the human player mixed up for some reason. Oh, those aren't even the right tiles that I'm pulling out of the bag. Okay, hold on. Those were demands. There's one. There's one. That's what we're looking for. Whew. All right. Put these back in the Wynom's hold here. He's confused about why his stuff disappeared. All right, so we're going to sell a bionic perfume, which is what I meant to say. Which sells for 140. There we go. We got there, guys. And we will kick in 10 and take 150. So you got $180. So it's one thing going into the bag and one thing coming out of the bag. A scientist wants to go from civilization number 8 to civilization number 6. We haven't discovered number 6 yet. Okay. And he's got $180. Those guys sell shields. He's already got a shield. He could buy 2 living toys, I guess. The question is there anywhere nearby that it would make sense to go sell 2 living toys? But I think he's going to do it anyway just because he's here. So he's going to spend $40 and buy 2 of these living toys. Because, you know, why not? Make hay while the sun shines. Philbo, are you talking about these purple cards? Those are the different civilizations. So when you land at a place, you turn this over and find out who lives there. And they're randomized each game. Alright, so the Eep Eep player knows offhand that these guys down here will buy the living toys that he just bought. So he's going to go that way. He rolled poorly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He gets to right there. All right. You got to take that handbrake off, Mr. Eep Eep. All right, so the cost of the player is here. He's going to sell 3 finest dusts for $150. 150. So, 3 things go into the bag, 3 things come out of the bag. He doesn't have a shield, which makes him sad. Okay, so civilization number 5 wants living toys, so that's these guys. Civilization number 7 wants finest dust. We haven't discovered them on the board yet, so we're going to put it over here next to, there's this whole list of the civilizations on the side here. And then a tax collector wants to go from the starting space station to this place right here for $150. So the Kossuth might want to go grab him because, I mean, it's literally right there. Can't get easier than that. So he sold 3 things. He's got $150 now. So the question for him is, does he buy 3 of these immortal greases and just go exploring to try to find somewhere to sell them? Or does he make some short trips, take this tax collector here, and then I think what he really wants to do is buy this glorious junk and take it over here to get a bunch of extra money from those guys. The trick is, there's a lot of hazards on the board in between here and there, and he doesn't have a shield yet. So maybe he can swing by here first or something. I don't know. That's kind of his short-term plan. Basically, he doesn't want to buy these immortal greases, so he'll figure out the rest of his plan after that. All right, so the scout now. Why do I keep saying that? The Wynom player, the green player, 7 is what he rolled. So 1, 2. He's got to pay $10. So he's got $40 left. He looks at this. Civilization number 2, which is a good civilization, except they don't buy what he's got to sell. So he's sad about it. So that's 1, 2, and he rolled a 7. 3, oh boy. He pays $20. 4, 5, he's going to stop there. So to not pay that last $20. Yeah, if I had noticed he didn't have a shield, he definitely wouldn't have come down this way. But, you know, he forgot. All right, so now the human player. They're looking for number 5, 6, 7, or 8. 5 is here. 8's here. I think maybe he skates across the top and checks out these two, because he would like to actually find the human homeworld as well. So that's what he's going to do. He rolled a 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That costs him 10, 20, 30, $40 to go through that supernova. But, you know, it's the price of doing business. All right, so now the scout player, the EPEEP player. It says scout right here, and I keep just looking at that. The red player, there we go. It's going to keep coming down this way, because he knows that this is number 7, so they'll buy what he what he has. So that's what he's doing. So we rolled a 9. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep. Okay, so he lands here and discovers the Shenna civilization. These aggressive beings can be identified by their tail-like protuberances at the back of their heads. They live and hunt in small clans and make excellent soldiers. Without external enemies to engage them, they tend to fight amongst themselves. All right. So, put number 7 on the board here. That makes the green player happy, because he can sell his stuff there too. So they make Melf pelts. Okay, so he's got 90 free bucks here. So he needs to hang out till next turn so he can sell all his stuff and etc. So that's it for him. The Kossuth player is going to come back this way. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8, 9. 8, 9. Yep. Hold on. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8, 9. Oh, hold on. Actually, what's he trying to do? He's trying to get back over here to this tax collector. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He comes there. Right, because he wants to make a short hop over here and do some space taxiing before grabbing this glorious junk and coming up here. That's his plan. Okay. So, the Wynom player rolled a 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Done. The human player is going to keep going the way they're going. They rolled a 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the Wynoms live here, so that's the green player's homeworld. The Wynoms do not buy what he's got to sell, so, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it costs him $10. Alrighty. Worst comes to worst, these guys have a demand for living toys, which is what he's got. And also, and also. They've got a demand for living toys, though. So if this isn't somewhere interesting to him, he can just come down here and do his business there. All right, so back to the red player. They're going to sell some living toys here for $120, putting him up to 150 total. And 2 things go into the bag. And we pull 2 things out of the bag. All right, so some glorious junk comes back out of the bag. And a specimen wants to go from here to civilization number 12, who we haven't discovered yet. But there's some good space taxiing to be had here in the middle. Speaking of which, the orange player rolled very poorly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's all they got. The green player goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Excuse me. They land there. They're going to sell his finest dust next turn. The human player rolled an 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 4 more movement. They're going to look at this. It's number 12, which is not relevant to what he is carrying, but it is good to know. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Back to red. Oh, red meant to buy stuff on their turn, and I forgot to do it. They've got 90. So they need to spend $10 to buy 2 of these Melf pelts. Okay, so they've got 140. So where do they want to sell Melf pelts is the main question here. So they sell to 8, 9, 10, and 11. 8's here, and nothing else has been discovered yet. So I guess they're just gonna explore some. So they're gonna take off. Wow, they rolled a 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, okay. So 11 gets them up to here. They got to pay $20 to cross that hazard. They've got 4 more movement. They look at this. It's the human homeworld, which is great, but maybe not for them right now, because they can't sell the stuff they've got there. So they got 4 more movement. So that's 1. 4 more movement doesn't really get them anywhere, so they're going to stop and take this free human money just because it's there. So, populate the board with the human stuff. The humans are the purveyors of rock videos. They also sell red drives and scouts and clippers, which are all fine things to sell. Okay, so we've got 90 free bucks. How much does a clipper cost? 120? I mean, he's going to take a free clipper because they cost 120. And you get $30 for trading in your ship, and he's got $90 free from the humans. Oh, speaking of which, humans are unusually flexible beings, adapting to any environment they occupy with an uncanny knack for inventing and using tools. While not particularly intelligent, humans can be potentially hazardous if left unsupervised for too long. So the Clipper is the same as the ship that you start with, except it rolls 4 dice. So the robots want to go fast. Who doesn't want to go fast, really? Okay. Easy enough. The Kossith player lands here, picks up this tax collector. He'll also pick up this specimen just, because he's there. And because you can fit 2 passengers in 1 cargo hold. So, oh, you know what? Hold on. Red drive. $20, huh? No. Okay. It's fine. All right. The Wynoms, the green player, they're here. They're going to sell these 2 finest dusts for $100. And I think their next plan is to come up here and get a shield. But, we'll get there. 2 things into the bag, 2 things out of the bag. What has come out of the bag is Civilization number 9 wants finest dust. Haven't discovered them yet. And Civilization number 12 wants chickle liquor, which we haven't discovered who makes that or where number 12 is. But we've heard distant rumors that someone wants something somewhere. And I think that's it for him. He doesn't necessarily want to buy these Melf pelts because there's nowhere conveniently nearby to sell them. If he comes up here, he can buy living toys and a shield and then come back down here and sell them. And I think that's kind of what he's got going on. He looked at this, which was number 2. Number 2 sells things that cost $120. So maybe he actually comes down. Ooh, no, it's expensive to come down here. Okay, yeah, that's a shame. Let's say he could come down here, and then, so that's 2, 4, 7. But there's a bunch of hazards down here, and that would slow him down too much. So, back up to the red player. They roll 4 dice now. So, they're going to continue on the way they're going. And they're looking for 8, 9, 10, or 11. 8's down here. So maybe he's going to try to get up here and see who's in there. Wow. 4 dice, and he rolled an 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Or 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, so he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Come up here. All right. The Kossith player is going to go drop off the guy they just picked up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They're sad because they're one die short of being able to get in there. But, what are you going to do? All right, so the green player, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They didn't want to pay $40 to go through that hazard, and they didn't want to stop there. So, all right, the human player now. Rolled a 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep. They land here because there's a demand for living toys here. And they've got living toys. So, bada bing, bada boom, as they say. So, now the red player is going to continue on this way. A little bit better this time. They rolled 17. So 1. This is number 11. They can sell the things that they have at number 11. So 2, 3. They stop there. And they find the Y-Noms, which is this guy's homeworld. These practical creatures are renowned for their dry wit. They are rumored to be descendants of irate, uncomfortable horses on a desperate quest to find a comfortable way to sit down. Their hoof-crafted goods are treasured throughout the galaxy. All right. So that's the red player. He's got 80 free bucks with the Y-Noms here. The Y-Noms are the makers of Impossible Furniture, and they sell to 12, 13, 14, 1, and 2. So one's right here, and none of the other ones are on the board yet. So, presumably across this bottom here. So he's in an interesting spot now about what he wants to do, but he'll decide on his next turn because he needs to hang out there for at least one turn anyway. All right, so the orange player was 1 die short, so they just land here. They're sad about it, but what are you going to do? And they're going to hang out until next turn. So they can buy and sell multiple things. All right, so the Y-Nom player now. Rolled an 11. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, okay. That's all they got. Because they're going to want to buy multiple things. So they're just going to hang out there. The human player now is going to sell 2 living toys. The first of which gives them an extra 60 bucks. So they get 180 bucks. $180. So they're at $250. 3 things go into the bag. 3 things come out of the bag. Welcome in. How are you guys doing tonight? Playing some Merchant of Venus here. Just getting rolling on it. All right, so some living dust comes back out. And a variety of civilizations that we have not discovered yet have demands for immortal Greece. So maybe loading up on immortal Greece and just going to try to find civilizations isn't the worst idea. The humans also have $110 worth of free money from relics. So maybe they're going to upgrade their ship. Because these guys sell transports for $240. So $210, so it will cost them $100 to buy a transport. Ooh, yeah. Okay. Yep. They're going to buy a transport for $100. And they're going to sell their Jumpstart and their Switch, which now those things are here. So if anyone wants to come here and buy those, they can. Oh yeah, he is getting a transport, wherever those went. Transport, yep. With 3 cargo holds in it. All right, he's got $150 left. His plan currently is to buy 3 of these Immortal Greases and see if he can find number 10 or number 12 to satisfy the demands that are out there. So he's going to go exploring. It's his plan. All right, so not the Clipper. The red player now is going to sell these two things for 220 bucks. $220. Two things go into the bag. Two things come out of the bag. The humans want dust. And we found some glorious junk. Okay. So how much money does he have? 340 bucks. I mean, he could buy... Ooh, actually, okay. So he's debating whether he wants to buy the factory or not, is what he's doing now. I mean, he's got the money to do it, so it's maybe not the worst. I mean, he's going to do it. Why not? So he's going to spend 100 bucks to buy the factory, which counts as $100 of an asset towards his victory condition, first off. We put this here to show that he owns it. And now that lets him buy the factory good, which costs 80 bucks, and then he gets 40 bucks back. So he's only actually going to pay 40 bucks. And then he's going to spend 110 more dollars to buy another Impossible Furniture, leaving him with 90 bucks in liquid funds. And so the factory good buys for 80 and sells for 160. The regular good buys for 110 and sells for 180. So it's a little bit better of a profit. For the actual good, it's significantly better for him because he also owns the factory. Okay, so that's the end of the red player's turn. The orange player here is going to take off. 11. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah. He's going to try to get over here and buy glorious junk and take it over here and satisfy that demand. That's what he's doing. We definitely forgot to drop off the tax collector while he was there. So he did that last turn. Yep, and got 150 bucks. And we just forgot to do it. Which put a demand here for living toys. Okay, so he needs 150 more dollars. All right. Yeah, and he ends up there. Okay, so the green player now is going to spend 60, 70, 80, 90, 100 bucks buying this stuff because there's a demand here for living toys, which is what they sell here. So why not, right? He also is buying a shield, finally. I think the only person left without a shield is the Kossuth player. They would love to get one. When they come up here to satisfy that demand, getting a shield will also be on the agenda, I would have to imagine. Okay, so that's all for this green player. The human player now is going to take off. So, 1, 2. They failed to roll a 2, so they can't get out this way. So, it's an 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I mean, they could come here and just come around the slower way. So that's probably what they do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Instead of hanging out here and hoping to roll a 2 over and over again, you know. All right, so the red player is going to take off. They rolled an 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yep. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Cost them $10. All right. The Kossuth player. Roll a 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They come here. They are going to buy a spaceship, maybe? Or spaceport, rather. I think spaceports cost $200. Yeah, $200. Okay. So does he buy a spaceport? I guess is the question. It's only going to get him $6 to do it. Seems like not a lot of money. Yeah, I don't think it's worth it. So he's not. Actually, he will. He'll spend $200 to buy a spaceport. So we put that there. Put this here. Spaceports have to be built on the green spaces. So now this spaceport allows anyone that lands there to buy and sell as much as they want on that turn. The trick being, the orange player gets a 10% cut of anything that's bought or sold there. Save you some time at the low price of giving that guy some money. All right, so the green player now. Stepped on the gas and rolled a 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Yep. Okay. They come here. And they'll handle their business next turn. All right, so the human player now. Rolled a 10, so that's 1. They look at this. It's number 14. 8 doesn't sell to 14. They're sad. But it is some knowledge for them anyway. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep. 10 leaves them right there. And the red player rolled a 14. 1, 2, 3, 4. 10 movement left. They look at this. It's number 12. Couldn't ask for a better outcome than that because it's 11 and then 12, right? So they come here and land. The human player already knew that, theoretically. And 12 also wants Immortal Grease, so he's set up. All right, so these guys... Oh, you know what? Hold on. 100. All right, so for the red player, we forgot to use their $80 of free money with the Wynoms, which was part of their plan. So they're going to get $80 back. Okay, now they're finding the Cholos. These microscopic bacteria are ingenious bioengineers who excel at cellular manipulation. They can be difficult to communicate with, given that they speak by inflicting precise symptoms upon their host, making it sneeze in a specific rhythm. All right, great. So we got 90 free bucks with the Sneeze Boys. All right. And they make designer jeans. Hilarious. Okay. And we're going to use that 90 bucks and another 110 to buy a spaceport with the old Cholos. goes right here. That goes there. And now we're on to the Kossuth player. They come up here to their own space station. And they spend 90 bucks buying 3 glorious junks. And they're going to jettison this specimen into space. So we pull something out of the bag. Civilization number 2 wants designer genes. So these are designer genes. Wherever Civilization 2 is, they want that stuff. So 10 bucks back for him. And he's on a mission. Alright, so where's Green these days? Green is down here. And they've got living toys. There's the demand here for living toys. So we're going to sell these 2 things for 120 plus an extra 40, so 160. He's got 40, so that's 200 total. All right. 3 things into the bag. Three things out of the bag. Alright, so now there's a double demand on Civilization 12 for chickle liquor. Oh, speaking of which, we found Civilization 12. They're up here. They really want this liquor. We found some more finest dust. And Civilization 5 has a demand for living toys, which are made all the way up here and also are sold out. So, now, what are we gonna buy stuff from here, I guess? They sell to 8, 9, 10, and 11. 8's here. 11's up here. 9 and 10 are not discovered yet. And he knows that this is 2. So, so does he load up on Melf pelts and just go try to find number 9 and 10, I guess is the question. I don't know what this money is. Presumably it's something I spent earlier and forgot to put up. Okay, so if he doesn't buy Melf pelts, what is he gonna do, I guess is the question. So he knows this is Civilization 2. 2, 6, 7 maybe makes sense, or 2, 4, 6, 7. So maybe he tries to make that work. The trick with that is it's going to require rolling specific numbers to get through this nebula situation here. But I think that's what he's got in mind. So he's not going to buy 7 is the end result. The human player here is almost to where they're trying to get to. So they rolled a 10. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so 1. All right, so that is another jump gate. Now we've got number 3 and number 4 on the board. So 1. So if he set this 3 as his navigation die, then he could move here as his next move. So maybe he actually does that, right? So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, because he can buy these and sell them here by warping back. As long as he rolls a 3, he's made in the shade, you know? No one ever doesn't roll exactly the number they want. All right, so he's done. The red player now is going to sell. He's going to come to his space station. He's going to sell these impossible furnitures. For 340 plus 34 as a 10% bonus. 240 plus 24 is 244. Two 40 and 4. Once you start getting into all the ones and stuff, it gets a little tricky. That's fine. Okay. All right. So now the question is, does he want to buy Cholo stuff? Because he's looking for 13, 14, 1, or 2. 1's on the board right here, which is not super convenient. But 13, 14, and 2 are 3 of the last 5 civilizations that haven't been discovered yet. So, like, if he just zips down here, he's got a pretty good odds of finding them. So, he probably just does it. 360. Yeah, all right. So he's going to buy the factory for $200. Factory good is 160. 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. Ooh, hold on. He might not actually be able to afford what he was about to plan to do. So that's 360. 250. Yeah, he doesn't have enough money. He was going to buy the factory and the factory good. He doesn't have enough money for it. So instead, he just buys 2 of these for $120. And then gets a $12 commission from his cool space station. Well, throwing money on the ground here. And should have enough to make some change here real quick. Yeah, okay. That's a 5. All right. So designer jeans. And then he's basically going to zip down the side of the board and shoot across the bottom and hope to find 13, 14, 13, 14, or 2, basically. Also, 2 things go into the bag. 2 things come out of the bag. Number 14 has a demand for designer jeans, so that's nice. And the tax collector showed back up. He liked it so much the first time, he came back out. All right, so that is all for red. The Kossuth player now is heading this way and hoping for the best here. They rolled 13. 6, 6, 3, 3, 3. Ooh, he doesn't have a shield, so... Actually, he doesn't have a shield. He doesn't have enough money to buy a shield either, so... Okay, that's unfortunate. So he rolled a 13. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13. Yep. All right, so that's all he's got. Oh, yeah, okay, never mind. He didn't hit any hazards, so he's good. The green player now is going to come down here because he knows what this is. He rolled an 8, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He's sad about it. The human player now is trying to get fancy with it. They're going to spend $150 to buy 3 of these Melf pelts. And they're going to try to warp back out through here, over to here, and make a tidy profit on some Telegate shenanigans. The Clipper, the old Wynoms, 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay. The Kossuth player. They rolled a 3, which kind of works, and a 2, which doesn't work. Okay, so they rolled an 8, so that's 1. They get to look at this. It's number 13. Good to know. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So they need to roll a 4. They need to roll a 4, basically, on their next turn to make what they need to have happen. The green player now is going to keep going the way he's going. He rolled a 9, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And they discover the Valoy. These slug-like creatures comprise a collective intelligence that tends to be friendly yet enigmatic. The laws of time and space appear to bend wildly in their presence, and it's unclear if they actually manipulate reality or if it is just a projected illusion. All right. Seems cool. So we've got number 2 on the board now. And they sell canned traits, which buy for $140 and sell for $220. Okay. And that's all for him. He's going to buy some traits next turn. They also sell a combo drive, which maybe someone will care about eventually. All right, back to the red player. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They look at this. It's number 9, which is useful but not for him. So 7. They found a spy eye, so they're going to stop and pick that up just because it's free money. It's 50 free bucks. And what it does is, when a player with this relic enters or skips over a space on the board that is next to a face-down encounter token, they may look at that encounter token. They may also observe a culture from any space in its system instead of just orbit spaces. Okay. So they can look at these face-down cards from anywhere in this system instead of just the green ones, and if they're next to one of these tokens, they can look at it. It's going to be helpful for him as he navigates through this asteroid system. But he stopped there, put a little asteroid thing there. And on to the orange player, and he needs to roll a 4. He has failed to roll a 4. So he rolled 9. So he is going to stop here because he can't afford to pay 40 even if he wanted to. So that's it for him. The green player now is going to use this free 120 bucks and also spend 160 more bucks to buy 2 canned traits. And the human player needs to roll a 4. They have failed to roll a 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, easy enough. And, you guys give me 1 second. I'll be right back. All right. Delicious seltzer water in hand. We're back in action. So we're back to the red player. What do you guys think? Who do you think is leading here? I think red's doing pretty well. But we'll see. Let me see. 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He looks at this. It's number 10, which is his home planet, and he loves that. But they don't buy the thing that he's got right now. So, it's less interesting to him currently. But, and what was this? This was number 9. Okay. So 9, 10, 8, 9, 10 all in a row. Like, he's got this knowledge, and he's going to take big time advantage of that once he finds somewhere to sell this stuff. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Got 6 more movement. So 1, 2, 3. He stops here and picks up the mulligan gear because it's free money. And the mulligan gear, excuse me, lets you reroll 1 die after you roll your dice. So, pretty good. Alright, the Kossuth player now is coming this way, and they need to roll 4. They have not rolled a 4. They rolled a 3, I guess. So 1, 2, 3, 4. They'll stop here, and they'll sell one of these glorious junks because they need 2 up here for this demand. So this third one's just extra, right? So they're going to get $80, which is going to give them enough money to pay to get past some amount of these whatchamacallits, hazard spaces. Just in case he fails to ever roll a 4, you know, he can eventually make it there anyway. Pull a thing out of the bag here. And these guys have a demand for living toys. Okay. The green player rolled a 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 2, 3, 13. Yep. Yeah, because they're going to try to go there, 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 I guess. Something like that. Okay. So, the human player now has a bunch of Melf pelts. Oh yeah, they're trying to roll a 4 also. Everyone's trying to roll 4s here. They also didn't roll a 4, which is great for them. They're excited about it. Their great plan isn't working out the best for them. So, what'd they roll? A 12? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I mean, worst comes to worst, they could just, like, get back over here in a couple of turns. The question is that faster than waiting to roll a 4, you know? So they're going to come down here and see what this is. It's a hazard space. They're going to stop right there. And, you know, sometimes you don't roll a 4. All right, the red player now. So that's an 11. 1, they get to look at both of these. Gate lock and a space station, huh? So 2, 3. They're going to come here and pick up this gate lock because, again, it's just free money. Like, why not, right? Pick up all the relics. And the gate lock. When player with this relic enters a telegate space, he may choose to treat that telegate as a blue space instead. So you can just ignore gates if you want to. Seems fine. Which seems fine. Okay. So he's done. The Kossuth player now. Okay. This one's for all the beans, y'all. Can we roll a 4? Come on. We rolled a 4. You love to see it. So he's got 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Whoa. Nope, he comes here. This is what I meant. And he sells these 2 glorious junks. So the first one sells for 80 plus 120, so that's 200. Second one sells for 80 plus 40, so that's 340 total. So get ourselves 350 here. Four things go into the bag, 4 things come out of the bag. All right, so some living toys come out. Where are those guys these days? They're here somewhere. Oh, here they are, right where he is. An arms dealer comes out. A demand for finest dust comes out at a place that we haven't found yet. And the factory good comes out for the Wynoms, okay? So now, that was his whole plan, right? And it has come to fruition. So now what's he going to do? First off, he's definitely going to spend $60 and buy a shield. Long overdue. Then he's going to spend $290 to buy the factory and these 2 goods. Whoa. Factory. So that was $290. And this goes here. All right. And then he'll probably swing down here and sell those there. Would be my guess. All right, so the green player now is also trying to come up here. Although now he's sad because there's nothing that he can buy here. But, you know. So maybe he just tries to come here instead to cut that part out of the equation. So he's going to come this way. 5, a 5, and a 4 doesn't get him there. So that's sad. I think he's just going to stop right there. Yep. Okay. Because he needs a 3 or a 6 to get over here. All right. The human player now has a choice. I think he's just going to keep trying to roll a 4. He rolled 4s. You love to see it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. So he rolled 4s, but also he was 1 movement short from actually being able to move through the telegate. So he's just having a bad time of it. He's having a bad time of it. All right, back to the red player down here. They're going to continue wending their way through the asteroid field here. 12, 13, 18. 1, 2, 3. They look at this. It's a hazard space. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They pay $20. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, they come here. Because this stuff sells there, so that's fine. And they're going to spend... They're not gonna do that, never mind. Yeah, they're just going to stop there. Okay, done. 120, 140. Oh yeah, they don't really want to buy any of these canned traits. They just want to sell their stuff and get out. So, easy enough. So, the Kossuth player now wants to come down here. So, he's going to come this way. He rolled an 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. He comes right here. The Wynon player would also like to roll a 3 or a 6. He did it. He comes here to this space station and sells these 2 canned traits for 440. So 450. 2 things go into the bag. 2 things come out of the bag. A double demand for living toys over here. And some canned traits came right back out. Okay. So if living toys ever show back up on the market here, there's a big demand for them right down here. So, oh, you know what? Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, okay. Sorry, he came down here because I just noticed that there was already a demand for living toys here, and he bought living toys, so he's coming down here to sell those, which makes him happy because now another demand came out while he was already on route, you know? Okay, so the Wynon player now has a bunch of money. So they're going to buy 130, 250. Yeah, they're going to spend 250 and buy this factory and the factory good and a regular good. Factory, put their little factory thing on here. Yep, okay. So now the human player is the saddest that you could ever be sad. They really would like to roll a 4 again. They rolled them last time, but it didn't help. Oh my god. The human players are stuck in a tragedy here. It's a tragedy for them. It's a comedy for everybody else. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. This is what happens when you need a certain number in this game. You can never, ever, ever roll it, and then you're sad about it. All right, so the Eep Eep red player is here. They're going to sell these 2 designer jeans and make $240. $240. Okay. 2 things go into the bag. 2 things come out of the bag. All right, specimen shows back up here. They want to go to number 12. Have we discovered number 12 yet? We have. 12's up here. So this guy wants to go here, and this guy wants to go here. So like that's a really nice little taxi route, actually. We also have a demand for bionic perfume here. All right. And now the E-Peeps, they don't want to buy any of this stuff. They want to make it back over here and do this supercharged loop. Because this is 8, 9, 10. And then 10... sells to 12, hold on. 11, 12, 13, 14. Where does 10 sell to? 11 and 12 are up there. 13 and 14 are not discovered yet, but there's only 2 left. So he knows that 13 and 14 have to be here, right? So 8 sells to 9, 9 sells to 10, 10 sells to one of these two, and then one of these two sells to the other one. So like that is a super loop of really, really nice stuff. If these are in the right order also, it's like it loops back on itself too. So like he loves the information that he has, and he's going to try to make that happen. All right, the Kossuth player now. It's going to come this way. And they rolled very low numbers. They rolled a 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. They didn't roll enough to land, so they're sad about it. The green player bought rock videos. Where are they going to go sell the rock videos? 7, 8, 9, or 10. 8's down here. We haven't found 9 or 10 or 7. Okay, so 8's down here. That's not true. We have found 7. This demand should be over here. Haha. So I guess he's going to come down here and sell the stuff there. So easy enough. Head back this way. And he needs to roll a 5. He only gets to roll 3 dice though. Look at that. He rolled the number. Come on, humans. You can do it. So 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. He burns right past the Kossuth player. He has to spend 20 bucks. And so the question for him is, does he build a space station, knowing that this guy will then be able to buy all of this stuff out from under him, but it will give him free money when he does so? I still don't think he does. I think he just hangs tight. Human player turn. They got to roll a 4 eventually, right? But not this turn. 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9. The human player has really... They took a gamble on this Telegate thing, and it is not working out for them. If they had rolled a 4 8,000 turns ago, it would have been super awesome. But as it turns out... All right, so the red player is going to take off. They rolled a 4. So that jumpstarts their whole plan really nicely. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And they could do, what do they want to buy, I guess is the question. What do they want to buy? I mean, the main question is, do they want to buy a space station? And I think they do, because they've got all this stuff that they can sell for free stuff, basically. All right, yeah, so actually they're going to... So this is 160. That's 160 bucks in barter. They're going to do that. And then they're going to spend $40 more to buy a space station here. here. And they get a space station deed. And next turn, they are officially off to the races. All right, so it's the Kossuth player's turn. They land here, and that's it for them. They're sad that they didn't get to land last turn, basically. And now the Wynoms are going to go. They're going to sell these rock videos for $360. Putting them above 500 for the first time for anyone in the game. 2 things into the bag. 2 things come out of the bag. All right, some living toys show back up. And Civilization 4 has a demand. Where's number 4? Is number 4 on the board? Yes, it is. Oh, it's right here. Haha. They want bionic perfume. Okay. Easy enough. Then he's going to buy a factory, the factory good, and the other good for $190, getting him $310 back. Factory. Put his little thingy on there. All right. So he's good. I don't know where he's going to sell that stuff, but you know. Probably. Oh yeah, he's going to come here. Oh, that's actually his home planet, so he wants to do that anyway. Because you get a discount on buying space stations at your home planet and the factory, but Red already bought the factory. So he swings up here, sells that there, buys stuff there, sells it there. All right, so that's his plan. All right, the human player is the saddest player in the whole world, but maybe they'll roll a 4 this time. Okay, so 18 is what they rolled. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Okay, they stop right there. And they're going to take the long way around because things have gotten very bad for them. All right, so the red player comes here and buys a bunch of stuff. So they spend 200 on the factory, 100 on the factory good, and 50 on one regular good. So 350. They get $35 from being on their space station. And then they get $50 back from the factory good. All right. And that is it for them. The Kossuth player is going to sell these things for 60 plus 80, so that's 140, 240, 320, 360, all told, 360. 410. All right. 4 things into the bag. 4 things come back out of the bag. All right, some glorious junk comes back out. A demand for glorious junk at the human homeworld. The human factory good comes back out. And a demand for Melf pelts here on planet number 8. So, if this guy can ever get back over here, he's going to get $50 extra for it. I mean, it only took him half the freaking game of dithering around not rolling a 4, but, you know, it's fine. And there's nothing left to buy here, so the cost of the player is done for the time being. The green player... Oh, this should be up here. Yep. The green player rolled an 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, I guess. Yeah. He's going to cut across the top and try to come down this way. Okay. The human player. Oh my god. They rolled a 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Flip this over. It's a hazard space. Sucks to be them. In many ways, it sucks to be them. Oh yeah, they don't have any money also. So it's going to take them... So they actually, hold on. They actually come up here. Because they need to avoid anything above a 10. So they wouldn't have come down this way. Because they can't afford to pay any money to hazard spaces. So... Alright, so the red player now is coming down this way. He rolled, what, a 12? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He discovers the Zum. Makers of Chickle Liquor. And we'll read their flavor text in 1 second, once I get the stuff on the board. Oh boy. Dropping stuff all over the place here. Alright. The Zum. Zum society is peculiar in that it has no formal structures of government or commerce. Each of these large hive insects acts in perfect harmony with its brethren, all seemingly experiencing the exact same thoughts, preferences, and impulses. Okay. So, seems fine. And there's a double demand there for finest dust, which is made right here. So, swing that down there. Get some, free money. There's also a double demand for Chickle Liquor up here, which is what these guys make. So there's money to be made there with some demands. So he's done. The Kossuth player now. What is the Kossuth player going to do? Because this side of the board is kind of cashed out, right? So he's going to take off and see maybe if he rolls a 4. He rolled a 4. The human player shakes his fist. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he's got 7 more movement. 1, 2. Yeah. I mean, he sees this, right? So he's like, I could buy this and sell it right there. Alternately, he sees that there's a double demand for Chickle Liquor up here. So, which way is he going to go with it, I guess is the question. Oh, this demand should be down here. 7 more movement, huh? 7 more movement. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I couldn't quite get down there. So I think he's going to hang out right here and buy 3 of these Immortal Greases for $150. come down here and sell them, and then swing up here and try to take advantage of this double demand, I think is his current plan. Actually. Yeah, okay. He's got there's a demand up here for Immortal Grease also. So he could sell 2 of those. All right, so he's got a plan. All right, great. The green player continues on their merry way. They rolled a 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. The human player, they looked at this on their way in here and saw that it was number 10. Number 10 doesn't do them a ton of good right now because there's nowhere immediately obvious to sell number 10. So I think he just continues on with his... actually, you know what? Nah, he comes here. Because this is free money, right? Like, take free money when you can get it. Actually... 10. Yeah, he's going to take the free money. Alright, so he finds the Eep Eep. The origin of the Eep Eep is a mystery. One explanation is that they are descendants of a single orphaned kitchen appliance from a long-lost galaxy. They are known for their friendly, logical natures and incredible insights into advanced technology. Okay. Alright, so 2 things that happen first off. The Kossith player had 100 free bucks here that I forgot about, so he's going to get 100 bucks back. And also, when he bought 150 bucks worth of stuff here, Red got 15 bucks because it's his space station. So 15 bucks to Red. Okay. Find the Eep Eep stuff and put it on the board here. And the Eep Eeps have some of the best goods in the game. Pedigree bolts and... yeah, pedigree bolts. Buy for 200, sell for 300. So, high dollar stuff. He doesn't have any money, so he's just going to hang out and he'll sell these Melf pelts on his next turn. And do some business down here. All right. So the Eep Eep player goes now. They are going to sell these 2 Immortal Greases. For 300 bucks. 1, 2, 3. 2 things go into the bag. 2 things come out of the bag. Some designer jeans show back up, and a toaster shows up who wants to go from here to here. So, 12, yeah, all right. So I think the human player's plan is to sell the stuff he's got, pick up this toaster, buy some bolts, and try to do a little taxi run, because bolts sell up here in 12, and the tax collector and the specimen want to go to 5 and 12. So that's kind of his plan. All right, and then the Eep Eep player buys 2 of these for 80 bucks. $50, $60, $70, $80. All right, the Kossith player now. It's coming up this way. Nope, he's coming down this way. Because he's got a little plan worked out. He stepped on the gas and rolled a 17. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah, okay. So he just lands down here. Great. Done and done. And he'll wait till his next turn so he can sell a bunch of stuff. The green player rolled a 13, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that costs him 1, 2, 3, 40 bucks. Flying through that supernova. And he gets a discount in his home system. So it only costs him 160 bucks to buy a space station. So he's going to do that because it's free money. And who doesn't like free money? Build a space station right there. And a spaceport right there. Okay. The human player sells these 3 Melf pelts for 330 bucks. Three things go into the bag. 3 things come out of the bag. Sewer Dog. What's the word, man? How are you doing tonight? We're playing some Merchant of Venus here tonight. One of my personal all-time favorite games. It's like a super classic pick up and deliver game. It's like if you remember that Zaya game that I played, whenever that was, this game's from like 1984 or something like that. But it's a super zoomed in like pick up and deliver space game, right? So you're all space trucking around, buying goods, selling goods, all that good stuff, trying to make money. Painting a MODOK model for Crisis Protocol. Nice. That's the X-Men like miniatures game, right? All right, and then we're going to pick up this toaster and buy the factory good. So that's 150 bucks. Yeah, we'll buy the factory and the factory good for 150 bucks. Which makes the Eep Eep player sad, but you know, it's what happens, man. Alright, so that's the human player, and I feel like the human player has really fallen behind with their whole Telegate disaster. So, back to the red player. They rolled a 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Too short of being able to land, but, you know, say est la vie. So the Kossuth player now is going to sell 2 of these for 200 bucks. Two things go into the bag. 2 things come out of the bag. Some designer jeans. And a demand for finest dust. Okay, so there's a triple demand for finest dust here. So that might actually change the Kossuth player's plan. No, I think he sticks with the plan. He's going to buy the factory. Yeah, he's going to buy the factory for 200. Then the factory good for 70. And 1 regular good for a total of 310. So put the factory here. This goes here. And he fills up on that stuff. So there's like a really crazy opportunity here to buy finest dust and sell it down here because there's a triple demand for it. So the first one you sell here is going to be an extra $150. The second one you sell is going to be an extra $100. And the third one you sell is going to be an extra $50. So that is quite tempting, especially for our boy, the human player here, who's in a world of hurt at the moment. Yeah, okay. So that was the Kossuth player. Now on to the green player, who comes here to this space station he just built. Sells these two things for 260 plus 26, so 286, 296, 306. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. And yeah, Sewer Dog, if you have any questions about what's going on in the game or anything, feel free to ask. 2 things go into the bag. 2 things come out of the bag. This should be up here. Alright. Finest dust and immortal grease. Alright, so there's a double demand for grease down here. And a double demand for finest dust up here. Alright. Then he's going to buy, what's he going to buy? The factory good and the regular good for 190. 190. And since red owns the factory, red gets $40 from selling the factory good. $50 up there. All right. And oh, hold on. This should be down here. Right. This should be down here. So I gave the Eep Eep card to the wrong people, so the humans should have $100 more. Right. Done. Yeah, no worries, man. Enjoy your painting. I really need to get back to... I bought a bunch of paints and stuff and then, failed to actually paint much stuff. I need to get back to it because I thought it was super fun. Alright, so the human player now rolled an 8. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. What's the easiest way back here? It's not a super easy way back up there at the moment, but, they'll figure it out, I'm sure. Alright, so the red player now definitely rolls at least at... Well, hold on. We'll roll. They rolled a 10. 1, 3, 4, 5. Yep, okay. They come here. They're sad that these guys snaked the free money, but, what are you going to do? They're going to build a space station for $160. 2, 3, 4, 50. Okay. Space station right here. And they get a spaceport deed. Alright. So that's it for their turn. The Kossuth player now is going to take off. They rolled a 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They're heading up here because there's 3 demands up here that they can satisfy. So they're into that. The green player continues on their merry way, rolling a 6 in the process. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So they left the handbrake on, but that's fine. The human player now. Good. Speaking of leaving the handbrake on. 1, 2, 3, 4. They rolled a 4. Okay. The human player continues to not have a great game. 1, 2, 3. Okay. The Eep-Eeps are going to sell these 2 chickle liquors for $180 plus 18. So 193. Hold on. What'd I say? 180 plus 18. $198. $203. $203. All right. 2 things go into the bag. 2 things come out of the bag. All right. Demand for living toys over here, and some grease showed back up on the market. And then they're going to buy 1, 2, 3. Yep, they're going to buy 2 of these pedigree bolts for $400, and then they get $40 from their space station. And we'll do a chip count at the end of this turn and see where everyone stands. Just for curiosity. The Kosseth player rolled a 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The Wynoms. Whoa, they stepped on the gas this time. They come here. They're going to sell this stuff for $280, $340, $340, $350, $450, $500. Yep, okay. $340. So the red player gets $34. Because it's their space station. Pays to own the space stations that people want to do business in, you know? Two things into the bag. 2 things come out of the bag. Some living toys show back up on the market. And some there's a demand for designer jeans at number 14. There's a double demand for designer jeans at number 14. Which makes designer jeans a tempting thing to buy. Not gonna lie. Okay. So I guess the question is, does green buy designer jeans? I think what green actually is going to do is come down here and buy Finest Dust and a new ship. And then come down here and try to satisfy this triple demand. That's what he's got on his agenda. Because he's still got $60 free of store credit with the Dell. So that's his plan. So the human player now rolled an 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. Actually, they'll stop here and not pay the $10. Okay, easy enough. The red player 2 tokens enter, 2 tokens leave. Yeah, so the way that supply and demand in this game works is there's this whole bag, and when you sell goods, they get dropped into the bag, and then you take that many things back out. And so, like, goods will get recycled back into the market, you know? But also there are, like, demands in here where, like, this specific civilization wants this specific good and they'll pay extra for it. So, like, stuff like this pops out of the bag as you sell stuff. It's a really fun little system, in my personal opinion. All right, so red is up, right? Yeah, red's up. They rolled a 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. They'll come here. They pay $20 for passing over that hazard. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9, 10, 11. 12. So one of these is 13 and one's 14. He really wants to find 13 first because he can sell to 13 and then buy at 13 and sell to 14. So whichever one he finds first is, you know, if he finds 13 first, it's better, is the short answer. But finding 14 also isn't bad, you know. So maybe he just stays there. I don't know. We'll roll a die. Evens, he stays here and tries to go in here, or odds, he comes over here. Evens, he stays here. He's going to try to come in here first. I did it by rolling because I already know what these are from other players looking at them, but he doesn't, right? So he's got a 50-50 shot of finding the right one, even though I know which one is the right one for him. All right, so the Kossuth player now. Rolled a 9. We come up here to this space station. And he's about to make bank. So, he's satisfying all 3 of these demands. So, 150, 220. All right, so hold on. 150, 220, 280, 340. 2, 3, 40. For one of these, and then 150 for the second one. All right, which gets him a grand total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, $640, which gives $64 to the red player. Again, it's good to own the space stations that people want to do business at, because you get a 10% commission off the top. But he just got a ton of money, like a ton of money. 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, okay. And we're dropping 6 tokens into the bag. Sewer Dog, Wednesday night, I played against Expert Ultron 4 more times and lost all 4 times. Guy's a beast, man. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 things coming out of the bag. So we got a spy that wants to go from here to here. We've got a demand for living grease, immortal grease rather, up here. We've got the factory good back out up here. We've got a double demand for toys over here. And we got 2 Melf pelts showing back up on the market. All right. I've beaten regular Ultron. I've never beaten Expert Ultron. I actually, Monday night was the first time I ever played as against Expert Ultron. I thought I had played against all the villains in Expert mode, but I hadn't actually played as him. Against him. And he's rough, man. Even with the correct rules. Like, we got to where we had a pretty good shot of beating him one time, but he flipped the one card that made us lose instead of letting us win, so we lost. Like, we had a clutch glimmer of hope, and then he just stomped it out, you know? Alright, so that was a ton of money for the Kosseth player. And I think maybe they buy a bunch of these designer jeans and try to go satisfy this double demand, because there's only 2 undiscovered places left. So he's got pretty good odds of being able to find it, and it's also his homeworld if he does find it. So we're going to spend 2, 360, 420, 480 all together. 480 to buy all this stuff, which is going to give $48 to the red player. Again, it pays to own the trading platforms. And then we get $80 back because of the factory good. So load all this stuff onto our ship here. Put our factory token over here. And he is off to the races. So the green player now is going to try to get down into here. They rolled a 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They failed to roll enough to get in there. So makes him sad. The human player rolled a 16. 10. Yeah, okay, 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So they stop here. They drop off this toaster for $120. Some finest dust shows back up. $120. And then they pick up this tax collector and this specimen. Okay. And they've got a, never mind. They've got a transport already. The scout player wants a new ship, which I think he's going to buy here during this whole shenanigan. All right, so back to the red player. We need to roll anything that's not a 1 or a 6, basically. We rolled a 5, so that's fine. We come up here, and we have discovered the wallow. These imposing giant lizards follow a philosophy of peace and love. They seek to spread their harmonious message throughout the galaxy. Given their terrifying stature, most beings are inclined to agree with whatever the wallow are saying. All right? You love to see it. 900. Oh, you know what? These guys had a free $100 with number 9 down here, and I forgot to give it to them. So they get $100 back. Okay. So we found the wallow. we're going to spend 90 bucks plus another 110 to build this spaceport right here. So we can do some business on our next turn. 110. Find the Wallows stuff here. And the Wallows make megalith paperweights. Alrighty. How much money does this guy have, I guess is the question. He's got a ton of tens. Let me make some change real quick here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's 200. All right, he's got 420 bucks. Nice. As far as liquid money. So he knows by the process of elimination that this is number 14. And he wants to get there because there's a double demand there for the stuff that he just bought a bunch of. So what's the easiest way to get there? It's to come down this way. So that's where he's going to go. He rolled a 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Not enough, but that's fine. He's got a plan. The green player rolled a 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cost him 10 bucks. And by space station, I don't know if it makes sense for him to invest in the Dell place because it's all super cheap goods, you know, so like it doesn't matter if he only gets $1 for buying these things, and that doesn't seem worth spending the extra money, so he's just gonna hang out. The human player now rolled an 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, hold on. Where is he even trying to go? He's trying to go up to 12. Right? Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. All right. The red player comes over here to his space station and sells these things for 660 bucks. Seems like a good amount of dollars. Two things go into the bag. Two things come out of the bag. We got a demand for chickle liquor up here. And some immortal grease back on the market. All right. And then we're going to buy the factory good, and one regular good for for 270 altogether. So 1, 2, 70. Yep. 1, 2, 50. Yep. Okay. 270. I gotta pay that too. Then we get 27 bucks from our spaceport. 5, 6, 7. And we also get 40 bucks from the factory good. So it becomes important to do this all like step by step, especially once you get into like earning 10% off of stuff from the spaceports. So we built a factory. We bought 2 goods. And I believe that's it for our boy. The Eep Eep. So on to the Kossuth player here. They're trying to make it down here. They rolled a 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. All right, so they have to pay $10. But they discover their own homeworld, the Kossuth. Upon discovering the nature of the universe, the Kossuth evolved into amorphous masses of fog and lightning. Their behavior grew erratic, sometimes despondent, sometimes cruelly ambitious. Still, their profoundly disturbing art fetches a high price. Okay? So, we have officially discovered the entire galaxy at this point. The whole board is populated. And these guys make psychotic sculpture, which I believe is the second highest valued good in the game. So the E-Beep down here is the highest, and then this is the second highest. All right, so it's his home world, so he also gets free or cheaper stuff here. So he's going to spend this 120 plus another 40 to build a space station here. All right. And that is it for him. On to the green player. The green player is going to spend 260 70, 80, 280 plus 210, so 490 altogether. To buy 3 finest dusts, the factory, and upgrade his ship to a transport. Actually, he'll spend another 60 to upgrade to a what am I trying to say? Upgrade to a freighter instead. So he's going to get the big slow ship. Where's the freighter? There's the freighter. So the freighter can hold 5 things. And then he gets, where'd the things go he was buying? Here they are. 1, 2, 3. So he's got room for 2 more, so he's going to spend 20 more bucks. And buy 2 more finest dusts. So why not? Sell them all. So, this can hold more stuff, but it only rolls 2 movement dice. So, that's sort of the balancing act there. Oh yeah, and he's got a free 60 bucks. So, he gets 60 bucks back. All right. And he's feeling pretty good about how that all went. The human player now. 11, 12, 13. 2, 3, 4, 5. Lands right here. And they sell this and drop this guy off. Nope. Yep. So they get 220 bucks, giving 22 bucks to the red player. One, 2, 20. Okay. 2 things go in, 2 things come out. Oh boy. Knocking stuff over here. Okay. So we got a demand for living toys. There's a triple demand for living toys down here. And there's 3 living toys up here. So, I guess the question for the human player is, does he bail on all of this and come over here and try to take advantage of that? It's going to take a while to get over there, is the trick. That's an extra 120. That's an extra 240 bucks for selling these 3 things. And then he's here. I don't know what being here gets him, because there's not a great place to go. Oh, excuse me. There's not a great place to go from here, you know? So, there's not a great thing to do with 12s either, as it turns out. So they sold a 13, 14, 1, and 2. So 2's down here. 1's here, which is not the worst, I guess. Yeah, I don't think he buys 12s, whatever he does. And we'll worry about him next turn. Alright, so now the red player rolled a 9. And they did roll a 1, which is great, because that lets them go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Or 7, 8, 9. Yep, 7, 8, 9. Come over here. Okay. And they are going to sell these 2 megalith paperweights for 320 bucks. 320. Yep, 320 bucks. 1, 2, 3, 20. Which gives 32 bucks to the Kossuth player because he owns the spaceport there. Two things go into the bag. 2 things come out of the bag. Some more living toys. And some Melf pelts, alright. Alright, alright. Now, we're going to buy some stuff with the red player. So we're going to buy the factory. All right, so let's see how much money he's got. Oh, he's got plenty of money. Okay. So, 200, 320, 480. Whoa, throwing money on the ground. He spends 480 bucks and buys the factory good, and this other regular good. And then so that gives 48 bucks to the Kossuth player. And he gets 60 bucks back from the factory. And let's make some change real quick here. 4, 5. That's 100. That's another 100. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, okay. That makes the Kossuth player sad because he really wanted to buy that factory, but you know, he got beat to the punch. So now it is the Kossuth player's turn. He comes up here to his own space station, and he sells these 3 designer jeans for $240 360, 480, 580, 600, 660 bucks, plus 66, so 726 bucks. Seven, 25, 6. Seems like a solid amount of money. Right. 360, 480, 600, 660, plus 66. Yep, okay. So 5 things go into the bag. Five things come out of the bag. Oh, hold on. There's a red factory there. Right. Okay. There's a green factory here. Anywhere else have missing factories? Red factory there. It's easy to forget to put the little factory things out. I think that's all of them. Yeah, okay. 5 things coming out of the bag. All right, so we get some bolts back on the market. We get a paperweight on the market. Number 4 wants glorious junk. A philosopher wants to go from here to here. And these guys have a double demand for glorious junk. Okay. So now the Kosseth player is going to spend 480 bucks. Buying these 3 psychotic sculptures. And then he gets 48 bucks. 53 bucks. From the space station. Okay. There's one thing that's true about this game, is it does not have enough 10s. Always you gotta be diligent in making change. Okay. So that's the Kosseth player. On to the Wynom player, who is coming down here to do some business. But now he's only rolling 2 dice, which is sad, but, you know, what are you going to do? Oh, he's here. Okay. He rolled a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cost him 10 bucks. Yeah, he needs to get some kind of like a ship drive now. So maybe he'll do that down here, because these guys sell a yellow drive. So, you know, we'll see. All right, the human player now. What the heck is the human player even trying to do? 1, 2. Buy there, sell there, maybe. I think he's going to try to get these and then sell those up here and then sell these down here, because there's a bunch of demands over there. So I think that's his current plan. Try to satisfy some of that. Oh, although he does have this tax collector, which I think he might just not care about that anymore. All right, so 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He comes here. He jettisons this tax collector into space. Which brings a census taker out. Actually, he rolled, what did he roll? He rolled, what, 15? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 15. He's going to come here and pick up this philosopher. Okay. The red player now is loaded for bear on 14s. Where does 14 sell these days? 1, 2, 3, or 4. 2's here. Yeah, that's the trick with this loop. There's not a great endpoint after 14, you know? Like he could swing up here to number 1, maybe. Or number 3 here. I guess that's what he's going to do. Alright, so he's heading over this way. 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14. He comes right here. Costs him $10. And the Kossuth player is going to probably do the same thing. Actually, they're going to try to come down here to these canned traits. Because they can buy these here, sell them up here, buy those here, sell those there. Because there's a triple demand there. That's what he's going to try to do. He stepped on the gas. He rolled 17. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay. He's going to spend $200. 1, 2. To buy a space station here. That's it for him. The green player rolled a 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nope. 4, 5, 6. They need to get down here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. They need to roll a 9 on their next turn. So, yeah, he needs some kind of faster warp drive capabilities. All right, so the human player now. Come back up this way. They rolled a 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They come here. They drop off this philosopher for $150, which gives the Kossuth player $15. $150. Something's coming out. What are we getting here? Designer jeans. These guys want jeans, as you do. Got $150. And he's going to buy 3 of these, actually. He's going to buy 1, 2, 360. He's going to spend $360 and buy the factory good, and 2 regular glorious junks. So he needs $40 back. And that gives $36 to the Kossuth player. 36, 46, 51. And then he gets $50 back from the factory. Okay. So 1, 2, 3. Right. Factory. And we built a human factory. All right. So back to the red player. the heck's the red player doing? Oh yeah, they're trying to get over here, I guess. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Or either here or here. So they're coming this way. They're holding 11. 1, 2, 4. Yeah, okay. So 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11. Okay. Easy enough. The Kossuth player is going to come to their space station. They're going to sell these three things for $750, $825, which seems like a good amount of bucks. 1,025, 1,000. Okay. What did I say? 825. 750 plus 75. Yeah, 825. 1,025, 1,055. Right. So 3 things go into the bag. Three things come out of the bag. Chickle liquor. A demand for finest dust. Not for immortal grease up here. There's actually a double demand for grease up here. And a demand for melf pelts all the way down here. Which they make over here. Seems inconvenient. And then he's going to buy the factory. Oh, hold on. Yeah, okay. So he's going to buy 200, 320, 460, 600 bucks worth of stuff here. $600, which gets him $60 from his space station. He's building this factory here. It also gets him $60 from the factory. Alrighty. Green's turn. He rolled a 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You love to see it, folks. So on his next turn, he's gonna make good on the finest dust run. It took him some work to get there, but he's gonna make good. All right, so the human player now rolled a 12. 6 goes up that way. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Or 1, 2, 3. Spits you up this way. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right. They need to make it up here ASAP. Or, yeah, they need to make it up there ASAP. All right, so the red player's turn now. They come here. And they're going to spend $200 on a space station. They get a space station thingy. Okay. The cost of the player. Left the handbrake on. They rolled 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the Y-Noms are finally doing it, folks. All right. So they get 2, 3, 4, 550, 650, $700 for delivering the biggest load of dust you could ever imagine. $700. And we're putting 8 things into the bag here. So we're getting 8 things out of the bag. I need to actually count money here because I don't think anyone has hit three grand yet, but I feel like people are getting up there, you know. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 things out of the bag. Okay, what do we get? We got 2 more demands for finest dust here. They can't get enough of that dust. We got an optometrist here, some dust back on the market, some designer jeans back on the market, some immortal grease back on the market, canned traits, and some more dust. Okay. And he's going to buy 1, 2, 3, 4 of these things for $160. Because that's what he does, you know. He's got the big truck. Yeah, so everybody starts with $80 in the 4-player game, and the first person to get 3 grand wins. That's it. So after the human player goes, that'll be the full turn order, and we'll count up money and see where everyone stands. All right, so the human player needs to roll a 4 or a 5. They rolled a 4, which is actually exactly what they needed, so that's nice. So 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Actually, they go right here. They have to pay $20. They're on a space station, so they can sell all this stuff. So they get 2, 360, 480, $540 for satisfying the demand for the double demand for glorious junk. I just counted that up and immediately forgot how much it was. It was 360, 480, 540. Okay. So that's 5 things into the bag. We get 5 things out of the bag. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. The good dust is back. We got some more bolts, which is nice. We got some more grease. The humans have a triple demand for glorious junk. And some more MILF pelts came out. Okay. So now we're going to buy 3 of these things for $60. because there's a triple demand for them right here. So we'll get a bunch of extra money when we go there and sell them. All right. And let's count up some money. What do you say? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 17, 18, 19. The red player has 19 and change. The orange player has 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 and change for the orange player. It's a race. We got ourselves a race here. The green player has 2, 4, 6, 11, has 1,200 and change. And the human player has 2, 3, 8, 9, 10, 1,100 and change. So, orange is in the lead, red's right behind him. These two guys are trailing way behind. It's kind of where we're at. Although green has the freighter, so like they can make some big moves if they can, like, once they buy and sell these 4 bolts, for example, like they're going to be able to put some stuff together here. If the game lasts that long. That's the if, right? So that's the trick with the freighter, right? It's slow, but you get huge payoffs with it if you can make it work, you know? All right, so the red player's going. They come up here to their space station, and they sell these 2 things for $550. Come on. 550, which, like, puts a nice dent into the lead that orange had. Two things back out of the bag here. Oh, wow. There's a triple demand for finest dust here again. And some more MILF pelts showed up. Okay. Now, I guess the question is, does red want to buy bionic perfume? Like, he can buy it and theoretically sell it here. The trick there is you need to roll a 2 to get over here. And having to rely on rolling one specific number in this game is no bueno. The human player found that out, much to their chagrin, earlier in the game. So maybe he doesn't? Question mark, question mark. Although, yeah, I don't think he buys this stuff. Yeah, he's going to buy the factory anyway, because that's $100. And it counts towards his victory points, and he gets what am I trying to say? He gets $10 back commission from the space station, so like it's just free money, you know. And that's it for him. The Kossuth player now is trying to get up here, I guess. He rolled a 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Cost him $20. 10, 20. All right. The green player. Oh, the green player also is going to spend $20 last turn, or $80 last turn to buy a yellow drive. I just forgot to do it. That lets him skip over yellow spaces on the board, which he really needs because he has a very slow ship. So it fills up one of your cargo spaces, but when he's got 5, he doesn't care. All right, so he's going to roll 2. He rolled a 10, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So he needs to get there or here on his next turn. Okay, so that's fine. Yep. The human player rolled an 11. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He's going to stop there since he doesn't have enough juice to land anyway, which makes him sad, but, you know, what are you going to do? All right, so the red player now rolled low, 5, 6. They rolled a 9. 1, 2, 3, huh? 3 goes up this way. Yeah, three's what he wants. So 1, 2, 3. Ooh. All right, he's going to stop and pick this up because this is a free yellow drive, which lets him skip yellow spaces on the board. It's also free money. Although I guess the question is, does he actually care about stopping to pick this up? Because he's got a 3, right? And a 3 is what he needs to get up here. And that's where he's trying to go. So maybe he doesn't stop. Yeah, he doesn't stop. Although that is the best relic, in my humble opinion. He's got other stuff that he cares about now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He's one movement short, which is sad. It also costs him $10 for that. Hazard space. It would suck much worse for him to not roll a 3 next turn, you know? Nope. Hold on. Where did... There we go. Get out of here with that. Get out of here with that. Okay. The Kossuth player now comes here. And they spend $200 on a space station. Right here. All right. The green player now rolls a 5. So 1, 2. They come right here. And that is actually, hold on. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. They come right there. That's it. Okay. The human player lands here. Oops. And spends $200 on a space station. Whoops. $200 on a space station. Okay. That's it for him. Back up to the red player. They land right here. And they buy this stuff for $190, which gives $19 to the green player. So $190. And then they get $40 back for the factory good. Since they own the factory, they have successfully seized the means of production. So the orange player now comes to their own space station, sells this stuff for 640, 60, 80, $680 plus 68 is $748. $750. And before we do anything else, let me see if that puts him over winning the game. Because I feel like it's got to be close. All right, so 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 21, 26, 27, 28, 29. He's got $3,068. So the orange player wins the game. Ta-da! I mean, red was right behind him. I think if red had been able to get this stuff and sell it over here, he might have won. These two guys were like way out of the running. Like green needed to get this freighter thing going like way sooner to have a shot, basically. But yeah, that's Merchant of Venus. I really like this game. The way the economy works on the board is just really fun to me. You know, like the demands pop up, markets get restocked, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, so hopefully you guys enjoyed it. And I think I'm going to call it there for the night. What do y'all say? See if there's anyone we can do a little raid on. Yeah, Sewer Dog, it's just, I find it super satisfying, personally. Like, you know, turn to turn, it's really super quick and snappy. You just pick away and go. Try to find a efficient little route of like buy here, sell here, buy here, sell here stuff, you know. So there is a Sewer Dog. There's a this is the Fantasy Flight 2nd edition, right? It was originally an Avalon Hill game from the early 80s, right? And there's 2 different versions of it included in the box. The standard game, which is like Fantasy Flight's weird new version of it, has just a set number of turns, but it also adds in a bunch of stuff that personally I feel really detracts from the simple, like, fun nature of the game. You know, they add in like event cards and like having to do like combat checks, and like they change the way all the economy works. They get rid of the bag. Like, it kind of kills most of the stuff that I like about the game. You know what I mean? But it does exist. But yeah, I kind of like the simple beauty of like, hey, get money. But yeah, thanks for hanging out, you guys. And my copy of Quicksilver finally actually came in. So on Monday we're gonna get into it with him and we're going to go fast, you know. So, give me just a second here. Well, I see who we can go raid. What do you say? See who's around. Who is live? All right, we're gonna raid more games, please. He's a good guy. If you don't watch him, I recommend it. So, see you guys next time.
Akamanto must be stopped before another kid is killed. Uh-oh. We are getting raided by our Pook. Thank you very much. Welcome. I'm playing World of Horror. A game that's currently in early access. It's a new game. But it's creepy. It's creepy. What have you been doing on your stream? Pook, what's been going on your stream? I've never played this game before. It's brand new. We've got other Liam in the chat who's an expert on the game. We're going to investigate this mystery there. New mystery. There's just gone done playing Merchant of Venus. Excellent. So yeah, other Liam, you might not know this because you've just started following me. I play video games, but I also play board games twice a week. And there's a bunch of really cool Cthulhu orientated board games if you've not heard of them, like Arkham Horror, the card game. There's loads of them. There's Mythos Tales. Right. One of your friends says he doesn't believe in curses and he intends to complete the dangerous dare. Gather gossip about the current mystery. Okay. Get that Get that gossip. Alright. What's a fire axe do for me? 6 damage, you say? Pretty quick. What's a police revolver got? 3 damage. Damage when shot, 9. 9! This is a Cthulhu spook 'em up. It is. It is. That's the idea behind it. But it's like, Liam, I'm right thinking it's just got the it's got some like randomly generated elements to it. I love board games. I've played Arkham Horror. It's big fun. Yeah, Liam, my job is I work full time in the board game industry. That's actually what I do for a living. I'm a community manager for a board game publisher, Alley Cat Games, who made Dice Hospital. And I'm a freelance photographer in the board game industry, and that's actually how I make a living. As ridiculous as that sounds, that's actually my job. So I stream board games on Mondays and Wednesdays. I live in the UK, so it's 7 p.m. UK time. But I play video games and check out cool shit other times. Right. I think I'd keep the revolver. Why wouldn't I? Liam, why wouldn't I want a revolver? Why would I swap it out for a fire axe? Because a revolver just seems like a better weapon. Just seems like a better weapon. To me. Alright, let's get some goss. Because am I actually out of bullets? How do you know that? Is that why it wasn't shooting anyone? Because you're out of bullets. I mean, it sounds so obvious when you say it. Where do I know my bullets are at? How do you top of the screen next to the Doom counter? Oh shit. Alright. I knew that. That was the test, Liam, and you passed. That was the test. Congratulations. That's why earlier on when I was fighting that Axeman, I wasn't shooting him because I was just clicking a gun at him. God damn it. Alright. There was a hole here. Hearing an eerie sound coming from behind the door, you decide to check it out. At first glance, the abandoned classroom seems empty. Once your eyes get used to the darkness, you discover an unusual sigil drawn on the floor. Judging by the smoke, someone put out the candles the moment you entered. Don't feel bad, the UI is easily the hardest part of the game. Yeah, that's all. I mean, like, it is all there on screen, but it's also like 2:30 in the morning here, so. Hey, should I just light the can? Oh, whoa! Something's happening, but I can't see.
Panic. 852, that's right. Okay, so some of this text on the app is like super tiny too, so I'm just gonna have this for my reference. So 852, so we're not gonna read the round entry on this page, we're gonna read that one instead. Okay, so that was, I believe that was the captain's mission. So now we have to read 852 because that's the end of the round there. Yeah, 852. Here we go. Do. Okay, we found the clearing stone. We've got some stuff happening here. Let's see what this round end is going to tell us.
You return to the ship with Captain Vance as he carefully carries the stone in his coat.
Listen up, me mateys.
He says,
It's time I fill you in on what we're doing. We've got the clearing stone now, and ain't no turning back. There are going to be those that try to stop us, but we're not gonna let them. Once we get past the ocean's edge, we're not only gonna find a new world.
I love this game.
Unleash magic on this
And now
world
Dark Blob's
too.
like, love this game.
The
I
likes of
imagine
which
it's got
you
a
ain't
really,
never
like,
seen.
great community around it. I saw it and I was like, this sounds like my exact kind of game. There's some great portable monitors out there now. You should check those out, says Sewer Dog. Yeah, you're right. I mean, I know you can get like little, just little extra screens that you can plug in, but everything costs money, right? It's all money. And so I've got to be mindful of money, unfortunately. Right. So, what am I doing again? Alright. You've reported to your principal, who promises he will take care of it. Take care of the occultish shit happening in the school, principal. With your friends say for now, you should look into the legend. Maybe the city library makes mention of Akamanto.
Alright, so we have just decided that our captain is now power hungry.
How much money we got? 2 money?
Hello, Apuk.
Should I sell my
Evening
gun?
to
I might just
you.
put my gun in storage
Still
for
pirating,
now.
yes. I've decided to go through this
pop
whole
my gun in
scenario, so
storage.
I'm doing a longer stream today.
Let's see what Doggo's got for
'cause
sale.
I want to figure out
Played it a few
what
times,
in the
very
world is
challenging.
happening here.
You could say there's
So-
a cult following, says Liam. I don't
Yeah,
get
our
it.
captain might be a little crazy. He might be a little crazy.
Maybe I should get
But I think
a
that's kind of
compass.
common for a lot of pirates, right? Right? I don't know. All right. So we must
Or a
choose two of the
steak
following:
knife.
either supplies plus 3,
Smoke
discontent
some
minus
cigarettes.
2, crew plus 3, or
I do need
hull
some
plus
reason.
3.
The chocolate chew.
All right.
I might get some. I might get some smokes.
I want to increase our supplies
Have a
and
smoke,
our
son.
hull. So
Never
I'm
did
gonna
me
do
no
that.
harm.
Plus 3 for all of those.
Smoke it
because
up.
I don't need more mouths to feed.
That's how you know you're a badass
We are
detective.
maxed
You
out
smoke.
on everything for hull and
Oh,
supplies.
boy.
That's really awesome.
Oh,
All
I got
players
that
now
nicotine
discard
rush.
up to 2 treasure cards.
-1.
For each
Cigarette
of them
each
discarded,
investigation.
fill in
All
a
combat
star
actions are
on your
faster.
constellation. So
A
remember,
0.9 times combat
we
multiplier.
instead fill in
That's exactly
3
what happens when you smoke a
infamy.
cigarette. Just really
So
quick and agile.
I'm gonna do.
All right, let's get some gossip then.
Let's see what else.
Walk around
do
downtown,
we
see what's
need?
going on. I gained that status
I
nicotine
will
rush.
discard
You can
our
pick up,
mustachioed
pick up a pack
monkey.
of smokes if you don't mind. Save me a trip.
And
yeah, I'll stick it on the list. I'll stick it on the list, everyone.
Old-timey
I mean,
compass. All right,
I am actually
so
investigating
we're
a
going
mystery
to
at
add
the minute.
6 to our
so
infamy, so we're
we
going
might
to
have
go
to wait
1,
the
2, 3,
63%
4, 5, 6, which adds
Experts
a
are baffled by
star
the sudden appearance of
to
20
our
stone statues lined up in a row
there.
in
So
the
we are
middle
1
of
away from
the
reading more of our
Woo
story.
Park.
And
You
then,
can cast one
what
spell
do
without
we
paying
do?
anything. Oh,
Flip over the current objective
really?
card to
What
objective
am I gonna
card
do?
4, sailing past the edge.
Mind drain.
Highest
Plus 1
infamy
knowledge
player
and
will now
perception
move
until
the
the
ship
end of the
1
mystery.
space. So our
What's
goal
what
is
perception
to
do
reach
again?
the ocean's edge,
What are you gonna do?
which we've already done. But now we are going to,
What?
yep, sail past the edge.
Maybe I should do this. What's mind drain
where we're
doing?
at now, friends.
Mind drain, no.
That is our current
So it's
goal.
either flesh regrowth
So-
or
We need to navigate
Third eye.
a couple spaces in order to get over
if
there.
you want to get the gossip, you have to go
but
to the schoolyard. Okay, I
That's
will do it
where
in a
we're
minute.
at. All right.
So-
Moves the ship one space.
What does
So,
knowledge
we
and
gotta go
perception do
here
for me? Chat,
and
if
see
you know
what this
that.
new space is.
Should I just do flesh regrowth for free? And then just get some stamina back? But I'll lose
0,
my maximum
1, 9
stamina, and I don't
is
know
our
what it
new
is.
Space.
I don't know what my maximum
What do
stamina
we
thing.
get?
All the stats do the same thing. Modified dice rolls and skill
Alright,
checks
we
to make
get
weapons
a
based on them
crossroads
faster.
event.
Okay. How do you know what your maximum
Crossroads
stats are? Because it's like
event. What's
I
gonna
will
happen?
lose 2 max stamina, and I don't know what it is. Yikes! Costs way too much to reason. But I can cast it for free at the minute because I'm next to loads of stones. I can cast it for free.
You notice
Or a
small
cast.
island heavily
Dark
guarded
blob.
by the
Because a
Royal
bunch of
Navy.
stones showed
Unable
up.
to land, you turn away, but notice a small frigate racing toward you. Oddly
I might
turning
just
away
do that.
from the island as well.
Private ship!
Shouts the lookout from above.
Recast.
El Pavo
Did I do it?
Real!
Did I not do
I see
it?
a lot of people on deck! More than normal! Passenger ship mays be!
The crew cheers at this, eager for
Didn't
plunder.
do anything.
A young man next to you
Cast this
asks,
spell.
his face turning white.
Or a free cast. Is that just telling me it's going to be
I
free?
have people on that ship. People who matter.
Third Eye seems like the one.
Please.
You can listen
You're
to
a
me
senior
since I've
member
never
of the
seen this game
crew.
before. I appreciate
Help
that.
me,
Go
and
with
I'll
your
teach you
gut. That's
something
not a button. It's just
sparkly I
showing that
recently
you're under the
found.
effect. Okay. That's not a button. Boom. Resolve this event.
All right. So now we've got a
just cast the
decision
spell, right?
to make.
You can
Do
feel
we
your
help
inner
this
eye
guy,
opening.
knowing
All right.
that
Gotta go to that school. Travel to the school. Get
is
the
he
gossip.
telling the
Schoolyards.
truth or not? Do we know that? Is he actually
All
have people on
Of
there?
the missing girls were apparently members of the school's
or
community. Maybe
do
someone saw the
we
kidnapper
try to
stalking them.
attack
Check out
that
the school's
private
pool
ship?
area.
Not
would be
pirate
pretty
ship.
sweet.
It's a private
Chat with these
ship.
fools. Who we got
so,
here? We've
do we
got
tell the sailor
share a creepy
rules are
story. Yeah, why
rules,
not? We can
and
just
the
watch
El
someone.
Pavo Real
That's
is
normal,
fair
right?
game? Or
We can
do
ask
you
them to
take
join
this
us? I've
young
never
man's
done this.
treasure and help
I've
him
never asked someone
convince
to
the
join
crew
me.
not to attack? Oh gosh.
Let's just look
a
at
lot
them for
of
a minute
people are on
first.
deck, more than normal.
Yeah, Mitchie.
Eager
Mitchie
for plunder.
is
I mean,
taking,
the rest of the crew
he's
wants
taking
to
their
plunder.
pen apart and putting it back together and over and over.
Yeah,
Something
I
off
think
about
we're
them.
gonna. I think we're gonna
Maybe
plunder,
Mitchie's not
friends.
top
I
choice.
think we're gonna tell this young guy,
Hikaru
sorry, mate.
is waiting for the class to begin.
Rules
There's
be
something off
rules.
about
If you're
them.
gonna be a
Okay,
pirate, you
yeah.
gotta live by
Let's
the
not,
pirate
let's not judge
code,
too fast.
right?
I mean, we're covered
Right.
in blood.
Let's see what
Hachi is
happens
staring at the
since we
clouds.
decided.
They
Oops,
look like
What
heads.
happens
They
since
seem
we decided
relaxed.
to
Okay, Hachi seems to get have their shit
do
together.
this
Okay,
and
let's get some
tell them
gossip.
rules are rules?
She hasn't come to school since last week. Who? Who dat? What gossip you got? When Akamanto asks which paper do you want, you must refuse anything. Okay.
Alongside for boarding.
It's been so hard to get any sleep lately. All right.
And attempts to hold off his
what's that?
crewmates. He cuts down one of your peers, but then a bullet sends his
What's that
corpse
knife do?
to the water.
Forced to help you. Oh, good. Coercion, I like it.
Well,
I mean, this
that
dude's pretty
explains it.
chill. Hachi, covered in blood and carrying a
He
fire
couldn't
axe.
go
Being
against
real
the whole
judgy about the other
crew.
students.
Young boy.
You share a creepy
Make a
story.
sacrifice.
That gonna
So
increase my
remove
doom count.
navigation 19 from the game. Crew
Hachi seems visibly
2.
shaken by your story.
Set dial A to
Sorry,
7
right?
and then turn to page 53.
They look nervous.
All right.
Oh, I'm sorry. I did share a
So,
creepy
lost
story
some
with you.
crew.
I'm not bothered about you.
Sad
I'll share a
times.
creepy story with the rest of them because, like, yeah, you lot.
And
I'm
then
gonna ask Hachi
we're
to
going
join me.
page
Mainly because there's a famous
53
dog in
here.
Japan. Listen, it's for the investigation. Why don't you join me? I will help
All
you.
right. What is happening
Hachi.
with this?
Hachi, mate, what have you got? What do you know? Hachi. Hachi looks at you waiting. Hachi, I'm gonna have to let you go.
53, you say?
I will help you, says Hachi. Great. Let's go on the roof.
So
Me
we're
and Hatchie are
back
gonna
on a
make out on the
boarded
roof.
ship.
Who's
It
that?
says a cornered crew is a dangerous
What's
crew.
going on?
We got to take out their crew
Talk with the
before they
student.
do the same to
You're
us.
doing all right. You doing all right
All
there?
right, so we got
Set for
7.
telescope.
Dial A is at 7. It says now, which
got one.
is the number of the
You should probably
enemy
leave her alone.
crew.
You don't have a telescope.
All right, so here's our
Hey,
options.
is Hatchie back there?
We've
Hatchie, I
got
thought
3
I hired
loaded
you.
cannons, though. I
Who are
feel
you?
pretty confident about us
Oh, it's a
here,
Hikaru
fighting our
who's taking the
crew.
gun apart.
40
Put it back
seconds on
together,
the clock.
trembling
Here
with
we
fear.
go. We are not
Hey, do
gonna
you wanna,
parlay. We're gonna
What
fight.
gossip you got? Yesterday,
because
she told me
that's
she
what
saw
we
it again.
do. We're
Let me,
bloody pirates.
Let me just tell you a
looting some
creepy story. You seem
treasure.
like you're in a good
And let's
space.
loot some cannons. We got another space. We can
What
loot
gun am
some
I up
cannons.
against? I am up
Why
against
not?
Goizo.
Why not? All right.
Thing for a
15
second, my god,
seconds
it comes
to
through
go.
the
Cool.
mirrors.
Cool, cool, cool,
Mirror
cool.
horror.
We're gonna fight this enemy crew.
The mirror horror. Alright, I think I've
We're
tried
on
it.
+1 if
with
we
these
want it.
fools.
We don't. We've got
Enough.
+2 on our
I've
side.
heard some
We're gonna
versions of
roll
the
for
legend.
brawn.
Everyone agrees you can't take everything the man
6
offers
plus
you.
2
though.
is 8.
Can't take anything the man
Reduce
offers
dial
you. Okay.
A by 1 and gain a reroll.
Don't take what the man's got to
Okay.
give you. I appreciate the advice.
Gain a
Creepy
reroll.
stories
We
cost you
now we have
XP,
3
by the way.
rerolls. Maybe I should think about that for next time.
I
Alright,
keep getting
Hurley-
confused. When
Hurley
it says
Green Top's
minus,
gonna
I
roll
keep thinking it's
now.
like a little dash, as in like
He's also
a little dash.
+2 for
5
our
XP.
brawn. We're
Not
gonna do a brawn
minus
check.
5 XP. I keep reading it like it's
Nope,
just a
we're
little,
gonna
little
reroll
dash. Raina's
that.
gotta go to sleep. Oh, thank you for the bonus stream. That's alright, Raina. I appreciate you
7.
hanging out.
Now
for a
we
bit.
can do better than that. Let's do
Alright,
this one
let's
more
go
time.
investigate the
Come on,
school and
Hurley.
Find out what's what.
A 7. Alright.
Nothing's gotta give you
Again,
XP for
reduced
free.
by 1.
I mean, clearly not in this game.
And we gain a reroll. Okay.
Oh, it's this friend, park guest.
Okay.
You've run into the park guest. Hello, mate. Come on then, jump
Alright,
out the window.
So that is, we reduced it down
Hello.
to 5. Now we're gonna loot some
Hey,
treasure.
podcast.
Sharkbait's gonna loot some treasure. Hunting +1 if we want it. We
Love you,
already have
podcast.
+3 on hunting. I don't want to do any more hunting.
What am I doing?
Adding there. We got max supplies.
One of the articles
let's
mentions a young
do
doctor who
+3
performed
hunting,
life-saving surgery on a
and
victim
if
of a
action
brutal
2
assault.
was chosen by 2 or more
The assault
players,
happened in a
perform a
toilet
hunt check,
stall.
which
Maybe you
it
go
was.
to the hospital and just share some information.
So we
Alright.
get an 8 + 3 is 11. We get 2 treasure
Funds, items,
cards.
heal, injury.
Awesome.
Reception area.
2